I wanna talk about some BS on the podcast. Can we get a mic check? So give it up for your co-host Joe and Greg as they lay it down like a penis on your leg and talk about that nerd shit. It's urgent. Don't be late because the content's food-fed food on your plate. It's synergy. Name a team in history that conquers these topics like plaque getting beat by Listerine. I wanna talk about some BS.
You are listening to the Bearded Synergy podcast.
Tell him.
My name is Greg Gavin, and I just realized that Doctor Strange is a movie, and Doctor Strange is a movie. Of course, it's a movie, but
I was like, you just found
the
out?
purpose of the movie is the moral of the story is to save before boss battles in video games. That's what I got out of that movie. Not
What key part? Which part?
the end with Dormammu.
Oh, yeah, that's
Dormammu, like Dormammu.
Dormammu, yeah.
I've come to bargain, and he's like, ah!
Imagine he got this
You know?
motherfucker to hate killing somebody.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'll stop trying to take over your reality.
Just
Whatever.
Just let me out of here.
I can wait another, what's your lifetime, 60 years or whatever. Benedict Cumberbatch, you piece of shit.
A well-spoken piece of
Yeah.
shit. He's very.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker's got it on the ball.
He's
man.
got a voice on him.
Yeah, he be doing documentaries and shit too.
God.
Oh, speaking of documentaries, you hear Morgan Freeman touch some people, or allegedly sexual harass some women, so he's on the hot seat now.
I know he was having an affair with his granddaughter.
What? What
Morgan
What do you
Freeman.
mean, like blood? Like Adams County type
Morgan-
shit?
No, it was like a step granddaughter. So
See, he was watching
related
Pornhub.
through marriage,
That's fucked
and
up.
he was having a sexual relationship
Is
with
this
his great granddaughter.
Greg? Is this slander or
and-
is this true? Is this real?
This is true. And he was having a sexual relationship with her, and she ended up getting murdered
Oh shit!
in a ritualistic fashion by her then boyfriend or husband because he found out about them.
Where the fuck is this movie? This needs to. Somebody needs to.
It's online. You can look it up. There's
I want to watch the 2-hour feature. This shit sounds
there's-
suspenseful.
there's pictures of him like with her arm around her and all that at all these red carpet events, and he brings her everywhere, and then
I think it's more weird for her because, I mean, he's looked old forever.
he's always looked
Oh my
old.
goodness, he was driving his days that it was like Benjamin Button. That shit, even when he was young, he was fucking old.
It's him,
God damn.
and I want to know.
I wonder if that was on his bucket list.
See, I want to know what
I want to know nothing
Gilbert
more.
Gottfried.
Gilbert
I
Gottfried.
want to know what Gilbert Gottfried looked like as a child, as a baby, or did he always look like he's been in the fetal position and just had a weird voice?
All the skin around his eyes are just pulled back. Jafar.
Yes. Have you ever looked up on YouTube Gilbert Gottfried reads 50 Shades of Grey?
I have. I believe you sent that to me, Greg.
It's a blessing on this earth.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. That was a turn I didn't think any road would take
When
me.
he hits the front walls of my vagina, oh, I cry out loudly. I have no idea how that's going to sound, but it's not
bad.
going to sound like him.
It's not bad.
All right.
You had the feeling for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a crazy world to live in where that exists. It's almost like the Cannibal Shia LaBeouf videos, the random celebrity things I just fucking appreciate.
Oh, that is that's great.
Oh, it's wonderful.
The Shia LaBeouf thing where he's just clapping.
They got the big ass fucking Shia heads dancing around and shit.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf. Well, I'm
Oh yeah, I haven't introduced myself, huh? My
Yes.
name is.
Who are you?
I'm Shia LaBeouf, cannibal serial killer. Nah, I'd freestyle battle him though. My name is Joe Nelson, and Greg, I had a very strange event today happen at lunch.
Hmm.
You want to hear about this? It involves burritos.
Not really.
Too
But
bad.
go-
Welcome
I'm
to the
giving you
show,
shit.
bitch.
What happened?
Look, I got a burrito for break on lunch, right? I haven't had a burrito since coming down back to the Chicagoland. Normally I would have had several, but I can only eat Triscuits right now. So I finally get this burrito. And
Why? Okay, wait. Why can you only eat Triscuits? What happened?
huh? Well, I have cheese too. That's not
You said you can.
that's not
You
the
said
point.
you can only eat Triscuits like you're about to go like in a horse race. Why can you only eat Triscuits?
Wait, if I eat a lot of Triscuits, can I run fast like a horse on cocaine? Is that what you're telling me, Greg? Because I will only eat Triscuits if that's true.
There's a game I gotta show you about this horse racing thing. It's probably the funniest video I've seen in my life.
Is it game or video?
And it's fantastic. But continue with your story. I'm sorry.
Dude, I work in a dirty place, Greg. Shit is very, very dirty. Some dusty ass motherfuckers been there for 70 years, just full of dust. Right? They're like the powdered sugar you find on top of a brownie. Right? And his we got 5 burritos as fucking a team or whatever the fuck. I had steak with no tomatoes. It's very important, Greg, because I don't like tomatoes and I really like steak. Right? Nobody else got a steak burrito. Everybody else got fucking beef or some shit. But the place didn't mark which burrito is which. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you could see is the tortilla.
Yeah.
So I had to find my burrito. This guy comes.
It's the mystery box.
Yeah, and
you know?
everybody speaks Spanish. I mean, there's a couple that's pretty good with English, but for the most part, if I say something, they don't understand me. If they say something, I don't understand them. Which is great for listening to music at work. But this motherfucker grabs a knife. He's going to cut each burrito. He's going to find out what's inside the piñata. And his hand, as he grabs the burrito, was all kinds of... It was like if you stuck your hand inside of a chimney and just fucking felt around. Shit was black.
Ugh.
And he goes to touch the burritos so he can cut it in half. He's trying to put his hand around the foil, right? But he's not quite getting it all. His thumb slips on the tortilla a little bit, and he's going down the line of burritos and not steak, not steak. Every time he says not steak, fucking sweat comes down my face. He goes through first 4, right? By process of elimination, mine is steak. So he's like, you want me to cut it? And he goes to reach for it. I said, no. And I snatched that burrito away from him. And then the steak sucked. It wasn't even good. It had tomatoes on it. The steak had fat just all over it. It's weird. It was like eating old Spam. I was like, man, what a fucked up burrito.
Spam.
Is that a Spam commercial?
Sorry. No, it's from Monty Python and the Flying Circus.
Oh, you know, I gotta watch those Monty Python films.
They're on YouTube, like, completely.
Nice.
I'll
Fucking
send you
YouTube.
the Spam one, as well as the horse racing one.
Have you ever seen?
And I'll probably post them online because they're both great
Let's
watches.
fucking do it.
Yes.
Have you seen Stir Crazy? Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
No.
That shit is dope.
Richard Pryor is great, though.
Oh, he's
And
wonderful. And their
I
chemistry
dig him.
is fantastic. They really do a good job with each other. They did a few movies.
Yeah. Well, that's always good.
Yes, it is.
Well, Joe,
What are we talking about, Greg?
what are we?
What are we here for? Why are we here?
Yeah. Why are we here? We are talking about
Aliens.
what is. Yeah, I see. You put the shoe on the other foot, huh? Putting me on the hot seat, huh? Putting me on the burner.
I'm interviewing you, motherfucker.
gonna-
What are you thinking about today?
We're gonna talk about November and what's coming in November. You know, TV,
Turkeys,
video
Cranberry
games,
sauce,
movies,
dressing.
and we have a
Ham.
few other. Yep. it's that time of year where you get to gather around with your family and realize you hate their political views and
Yeah.
like, how can I be related to this person or
I don't
etc.
I don't
etc.
ask why I'm
It's
related, but I definitely enjoy them. They're all Trump supporters.
yes. Yeah, mine are too.
Oh, it's a good
So
time.
that's fine.
Yeah.
People are people.
It makes for a good conversation if it's handled the right way. If it's mishandled, then it
Yeah.
just gets stupid.
Yeah. So don't forget to charge all the Walmart employees on the way to Black Friday. And
Oh, Thanksgiving dinners, y'all should have like covers at the door. Like you gotta have a
there you
dope
go.
dinner, but if each person pitches in $5, take that shit Black Friday shopping. That's how to hustle.
There are a few new things we're doing with this episode.
We've made changes.
We've made changes where the last few we've covered Netflix and Hulu arrivals, but that's pretty goddamn
There
redundant.
was a lot. And a lot of
And
shows just coming
the
and
first hour, Netflix and Hulu take up like an hour of the episodes. And then we realized we could just talk about the new arrivals and we talk about TV.
going. Yeah. It's all
And
TV now anyways. It's all just the fucking same thing. Except if you
Mhm.
pay for certain ones, you don't get commercials.
And we'll have a few other surprises throughout the episode and in the future episodes. Things like that. Nothing big.
Surprise.
Yeah. Surprise! It's a donut. What's it filled with? Oh, toothpaste. Yeah, toothpaste. Don't ask. But what would you like to start with, Joe? We got games, we got movies, we could do our surprise stuff, got TV.
I say, well, let's sprinkle the surprise stuff throughout. Keep motherfuckers on their toes, especially if they're working.
Sprinkle it around,
Sprinkle.
like
Crack on a
sprinkle.
on a murder victim. I can start with movies, Greg. Some
Okay,
fun shit
sounds
going
good.
on there. A couple. One of these is already out, which I'm actually interested in. I wasn't interested in the last one, so it's confusing times. Terminator Dark Fate
Yes.
came out on the 1st.
I'm excited
It looks
for
good,
it, especially with
and
the original Sarah Connors and all that.
yeah,
And
that was a good call. And I really dig Tim Miller as a director.
I've heard a lot of mixed things. I've heard a lot of people really like it, and there's some people that really don't like it. But
I feel like that's just the overall consensus lately. Like that's
But
just how it goes.
the last few were universally hated. So
Yeah,
I'd say
I'm afraid to
I'd
watch the
say it's a
last
step in the right direction. Yeah, with Amelia Clark in it.
was she in it?
Yes, she played her in the past or whatever.
Okay.
I forget.
I watched like maybe
I-
the first 5 minutes and then said, "Nah, I'll watch something else."
I have not seen any of them.
You haven't seen
Not
any
even the
of them?
first two. They're never on. They're never on TV. I never see them at the
It's
store.
worth the buy.
They're never on. They're never on Hulu or Netflix or HBO or anything like that. It's just one of those that is evaded my grasp.
I feel you. That's
So-
John Wick with me. It really is. And
It's
other people would say it
there-
was on TV all the time, and I'm like, when are you seeing this? What channel do you have? Do you have a forbidden channel? The fuck.
more than likely FX or TNT. More than likely.
I
but
feel like the more
those are kind of
important
the two big
ones
ones.
are really just 1 and 2 for me, at least. I mean, the others
Mhm.
are fun, but 1 and 2 is like at least the core of it for me.
That's what I've gathered from it.
What's weird is I watched an Arnold Schwarzenegger clip because he's out promoting, and it was I think it was like GQ's like recap on your iconic roles or whatever the fuck. And the video made me almost dislike Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was like, because he's real pompous throughout it. He's like, which I get it, he comes from and it's not that weightlifting motherfuckers are pompous, but there's that pride in it. Like anything you do impressive, like you you're proud of that shit. So I can see him like that, but he was just being, it's like, yeah, I'm in movies like got billions of dollars, and it's like, all right, relax. He's like, I really deserve it. I worked hard. I'm like, all right. He's saying it over and over and over again. And I'm like, Arnie, I mean, yeah, that movie was and that movie was
I mean,
like Twins was all right, but it wasn't groundbreaking.
When you are given the title of Mr. Universe, how can you not be pompous?
Yeah, like I understand it.
I mean, you flex a bunch of stuff that a bunch of people sit around a room as you flex your muscles, and they had to clap, otherwise you'll crush them. You're like, you are Mr. Universe. You're like,
now get to my bicep now.
Billions of dollars. Get to the chopper. I could afford multiple of them now. I got an uncle who used to work in around Wisconsin as like a photographer, and every now and again he worked with celebrities. And he was telling me how he met Arnold Schwarzenegger once, and he always said that he was a nice guy. He was kind. He was polite. Shook his hand, all that stuff. And he said Bill Cosby was a really big dick, and that he hated him.
He said,
and that he was very well. He only did the weird finger stuff, but that's a whole other thing.
Fucking Cosby.
Let's leave Bill Cosby.
At least
out
his
of this.
comedy was clean, right?
That's the part that matters.
Yeah. That is the one guy where everybody just shuns him. Eddie Murphy got some flack he got a little flack, but I thought it was hilarious. He was accepting some award, and he did he revived his Bill Cosby impression. It was really done well.
I love Eddie though. Eddie's great.
I really need to see Dolomite too, and he's making a Coming to America too. Yeah, he's filming it now. I'm so excited.
James Earl Jones better be in that bitch, or I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, I'm sure he will be.
Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenio just had a stand up on fucking Netflix go up. And James redid his thing for Lion King, so I don't see him saying no to Coming to America, especially Coming to America.
Yes, and if Samuel Jackson comes back and robs another McDonald's spinoff, I'm gonna lose my mind with happiness. Yeah, what the hell was it? It was like McDonald's or
McDowell's with the W.
McDowell's, yeah. Oh, and oh god, and sexual chocolate.
Yeah, he's trying to explain all the reasons that it's not McDonald's, and it sounds like everything Vanilla Ice said about not stealing Queen shit. It's the same fucking conversation.
God, that movie is fucking amazing. I love that movie. No matter if I'm a kid or now, that movie just makes me laugh whenever I see it. I love that movie. Oh, I'm goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess
what else is coming out?
I guess fucking Eddie Murphy. November 8th of this month and year is Dr. Sleep, Greg. You might know that as the sequel to The Shining. Or of the world of The Shining.
Yes. Yeah, it's based off the book more than anything, I guess, from what I've heard.
Now that you have the background of of that, because you haven't read the books, have you?
No, I haven't.
You finally just watched The Shining. Are you interested in seeing this one? I know you're not a fan of horror, but I mean, you know the background of what's going on here, and there's gonna be some old friends.
Yeah, from what I've heard of it, it's supposed to be really good. There's a lot of reviews coming out for it, and a lot of people seem to really like it. I know Lighthouse is pretty good, though it was really, really odd.
You said you liked it.
God, that movie is
something about what was that Willem Dafoe thing? No spoilers, but spoilers.
It's
you tell what that Green Goblin was doing that?
It's was
there at least a crime scene involved?
It's better to not really. it's better to not explain anything of it, but I'm definitely gonna buy it when it comes
Oh,
out.
fair enough.
It's
Do you trust
it's
Robert as Batman more now that you've seen him in something post Twilight?
yes.
Yeah,
That
that was a solid yes.
in that movie. Now I should say I watched this illegally. I didn't get around to watching it, so I did like the worst
FCC
possible
won't
thing for
let
an
me
indie
be.
movie. But it was in the Dells, and I wasn't gonna drive to Madison to see it.
Yeah, it's
About an hour and a half. So I'm like, I'll just watch it on here with like a camera. And it's definitely weird. And the range of emotion that Robert Pattinson has is like you got like happy and eccentric to terrified to damn yet vengeful anger to
he shows some real
the
range.
range.
Yeah,
Like all the range. Like everything. It's amazing. And William Dafoe is awesome too. It's definitely worth a watch. But
what did you see specifically in this performance? Like, did anything seem like what he could bring to Batman, Bruce Wayne? I guess hopefully
I'd
more
say
like
definitely
some more Bruce Wayne, because I mean overall Batman's have been. But
probably the intensity to it. I mean, he's definitely got that anger.
did he
It's
give a good Martha?
I mean, Martha. It's hard to really say until I actually get like a better look at it, because again, I didn't really. It wasn't the best quality.
Yeah. Do you want to watch more of his
so
stuff? Because he's had, I guess, like he's been in the indies.
he's had a few indie movies,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll probably check them out. But yeah, Doctor Sleep is
I've been seeing the poster around for a while now, because it's the Red Drum, right? The Murder Backwards.
yeah.
So I've been seeing that
It's
poster for, I mean, probably the year. So they've been sneaking this into the mind a little bit. Tricky, very tricky, very smart. See.
Yeah, this is. Most people gave The Lighthouse like 9.5s out of 10s or whatever, and Doctor Sleep is like barely behind that. So a lot of people seem to like it. So
I'm interested. I'll be making
someday I'll probably check it out with the lights on at 7 in the morning. And
holding
I'll
a
watch
kitchen
it.
knife.
Or my little Batman or my Nicolas Cage pillow.
There you go. Greg, also on the 8th is a movie called Last Christmas. This one stars Amelia Clarke. She got a job. She got another job. She was in Terminator. Now she'll be doing this.
Yeah, and and that one guy from Crazy Rich Asians.
Is that where he's from?
Yes.
I watched that movie, and I didn't expect to watch it. It was better than a lot.
What'd you think of it?
It was better than a lot of it. I don't know. It was all right. It was all, when you watch a movie that's completely out of your lifestyle, financially.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird watching people be rich, even if it's fiction.
Henry Golding. That's his name.
Is that his name? That's a fun name.
Yeah, that's the name of the guy.
Shit.
It's also based off a book. I've yet to read it, but it's supposed to be good, and they get into more of the backstory and all that too. So, which should be good.
It's a rom-com, I guess.
For a rom-com, I didn't mind it at all. It's perfectly watchable. My fiance teared up a little bit during the weird wedding scene where it's like in a artificial jungle or whatever. She's like, "Oh my god, it's so intense." I'm like, "Okay, what the hell?"
Do you think you'll see
I'll
this
buy it,
last
but
Christmas?
I've been planning to.
Yeah.
I haven't been marking the date on it or anything,
It's
but
the 8th.
but whenever I see like the ads for it, I'm like, "Oh yeah. I'll probably check that out."
I'm
Eventually,
curious on how she's gonna do. I hope she does good.
because she was in that Peter Pan reboot, and that didn't do too good. That she was in Terminator Genesis, and that didn't do too good. And then she was in Han Solo,
Which, I mean...
And that didn't do pretty good.
Well, I mean, those Star Wars
Now,
fans are torn.
I didn't mind Han Solo, to be honest, but it was a bit jumpy in spots. But I don't think Emilia Clarke is really the weak point of any of those movies. I just think she kind of chooses bad scripts. So,
Or she's just taking what she can get, you know? Which,
yeah,
I mean, different actors take different approaches. This one could be your, maybe this one's not a squash match.
and it's not involved in anything that's been previously, it's not in Terminator, or it's not in an already existing property. So I think that'll do her well.
I remember
hopefully
watching
it
the trailer.
does.
I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember feeling that the premise was different. It wasn't a typical romantic comedy. So that I always like when things are different.
Yeah, she has like a bunch of bad luck or something.
Yeah, something like this. But don't we all? Speaking of bad
Yes.
luck, unfortunately for this movie, I know nothing about it. It's called Noelle, and it comes out November 12th.
I'm assuming it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it most definitely is. I think when I saw the poster, it was Christmas, but the plot escaped me very quickly. But hopefully it's a good one. I hope all these movies are good. Who knows? I'm sure a few of them won't be. The 15th is Ford versus Ferrari.
Matt Damon and Christian Bale.
Yeah. Which didn't we see that trailer? Oh, we were watching something.
Yeah, Joker probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good. It looks fucking good. Plus, I really like these two actors. I was just talking about Christian Bale yesterday.
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels is coming out the 15th as well. Which, I mean...
Oh, my God. I'm so excited to bring the boys and just have a good Charlie's Angels night out,
Oh, yeah, totally. Is it weird that Patrick Stewart's in this movie?
He's in this
He
movie?
is.
I might see it just because of him.
That's the
I
thing.
enjoy the
And
hell.
Elizabeth Banks. I really like this girl. She always does really good. But I feel like with this one, if I don't see it, I won't be upset. 22nd is pretty much the kids' day. It's Frozen 2 comes out.
Oh, that'll be a big
Winter
one.
is coming.
And hopefully they explain the White Walkers in this,
That'd
or as they call it, the weird talking snowman guy.
No, they
voiced
should
by,
really bring whites in here. The White Walkers be dope. The
I
ice
want an
dragon comes in
origin
this
story
motherfucker.
for the snowman,
Oh,
even though they literally showed his creation and all that. I want an origin story.
you want a
want
spinoff? Like he gets his own little side movie.
I want a prequel to is it Olaf?
It is Olaf.
Like the moments before his conception. And that movie will explain the secrets of the universe, because that's how we know what'll happen before birth. So Disney, go on.
You're listening.
Give us.
We talk about you every week.
Give us the. Yeah. I think if they were listening, I would be found dead at the bottom of a bridge or something.
Oh no.
So I don't
I don't
think
think they have that
otherwise.
power. At least not bridges. Maybe
I'm
a
still
creek.
standing.
That's an Elton John.
Um,
Every time I hear Elton John, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And so is the movie coming out also on the 22nd with Tom Hanks, which I want to see this one, Greg, for fucking sure. It's a Mr. Rogers movie.
I do. I've been critical of it because I'm like, who's the antagonist? Who's it gonna be, huh? I want to know. But
America.
in a way, with the way everything is now, that might be kind of refreshing, actually, to see, a movie that just has pure joy, because I really like the documentary.
I still have to see it. Where can I find this, Greg? Where can me and the rest of the motherfuckers under the rock find it?
It was on Hulu
Was.
last I looked.
What do you mean was?
But So if you want to watch the Tom Hanks movie, you would probably like the documentary.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that escaped me somehow. But I want to watch the documentary before I watch the Tom Hanks because they made this movie because of the documentary, right?
Yeah, it was pretty successful. I rented the documentary and I wanted to buy it, which for a documentary
That says a lot.
is pretty good.
I never wanted to buy March of the Penguins, especially now, Morgan.
Yeah, who knows what he did with those penguins?
Probably brought those knives out, like the movie coming out on the 27th. This movie's like
It's
like a fancy fucking New England motherfucker. It's a Clue movie, Greg. Yeah, that's it. And also The Irishman on the 27th, which is a Martin Scorsese. It's funny that he's making all those comments about Marvel movies right when he's got a movie coming out.
That movie's supposed to be like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
And it's got like
I'm in.
I'm gonna be honest, one of my goals for this podcast is so we could get like early access to movies.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
We could watch them.
That's a great goal.
Because this
I'm writing that
movie
goal
has
down.
been put on the checklist. Stamp it on the bottom. Spank it on the way out. There's been reviews for this movie for a while now, and it's like up there with like movie of the year and all that stuff. So
This cast is fucking nuts.
but it'll be on Netflix like 10 days after it comes out, right? Or like 5 days?
Yeah, I think it goes to theaters first for like a week and then Netflix on the 27th.
Yeah, it's some tie-in with that.
But yeah, and then people were complaining because it wasn't on it wasn't in more theaters, but it's a Netflix release. People are lucky that it's even going to be in a theater. It's weird that Netflix did this movie.
I know the
That's
big
not
theater
cinema,
guys
Martin.
are really mad about it. So the big theater people probably aren't going to promote it that much because they don't want this to succeed.
Oh, you think they're going to be spiteful? Them salty motherfuckers.
They want it to at least be a bigger delay.
Like the delay in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
But that's it for movies, Greg.
I'll do video games next, and then we could do one of our weird surprises.
Yes. What's going on in the game world, Greg?
Well, November 5th, they got Black Sad Under the Skin. That's for everything PC. Also on that day is Grip Combat Racing Rollers versus Airblades Ultimate Edition, whatever the hell that
Holy
is.
fucking title.
Yeah, Just Dance 2020. I didn't know they were still making those.
It's like the Now CDs.
But that also comes out for the Wii, which is pretty weird.
Oh, they've been doing it on the
PS4.
They've been doing it on the Wii.
Yeah, PS4, Xbox, Switch, and the Wii. So we got also on the 5th, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020.
Yeah, no.
That's only for the Switch, obviously. Need for Speed Heat. That's on Origin Access and EA Access.
A
November
new
5th.
fucking Need for Speed?
Origin Access sucks fucking
What
ass.
is this? What is this?
So-
I'm unfamiliar.
You know how like Steam is for like PC?
Yes.
Origin Access is the EA version of that on PC.
Huh.
So the reason why you don't find any EA games on Steam is because they have their own competing and shitty online service for computer.
I mean,
And that's what that is.
what big titles do they have that they can do that with?
Well, it's EA, so you're talking
Like all the
like,
sports games.
So the sports games, then you got Battlefield, Star Wars, Titanfall.
Oh shit. That means what's that fucking
What else
game now?
is there?
And one new battle royale. Apex. That's a Titanfall fucking sub game.
God, we're gonna get fucking steamrolled for this, but I never played it. Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Ain't that it?
Yeah, it's not a bad one. I
Yeah,
would
Apex
play it more,
Legends.
but I like doing them solo. And I think that one forces
Yeah,
you to
but
be a
that
squad.
game's free.
Yeah.
That game's free, so you can just play it on whatever console you have. But if you don't have it, then I guess PC's the way to go. Planet Zoo, that's a PC exclusive.
Exclusive.
Whatever the hell that is. Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out for PC, also on the 5th.
I
so
assumed
that's
it would
about a
already
year
be out,
later.
yeah. That's weird.
GTA 5 also took about a year, maybe 2, to come out for PC.
Huh.
So they have a pattern of doing that.
You know, Resident Evil 5 and 6 it was just released on the Switch.
Yeah. We covered that last month, didn't we?
Did we? We probably did. Shit.
I'm
I
pretty
forget.
sure we did.
But it's weird that they would bring old ones like that back.
Well, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the new one, isn't it? Came out like last year.
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure it is. Death Stranding, that's a big one.
Yeah, I keep seeing that
PS4
everywhere.
exclusive, November 8th. I've heard horrible things. I've heard horrible things about that. No, it seems to run pretty well, but more or less, you're delivering packages on foot as Norman Reedus.
What?
You know, from like Boondock Saints and The Walking Dead.
How is that a game?
Oh, this is from the guy that made like Metal Gear Solid and all that. So he's got a weird mind, you know? So
Yeah, but those games
like
were
the
successful.
story and so the story and everything around it, I guess, is supposed to be cool, but the gameplay itself is just supposed to be fucking trivial as fuck.
Huh.
You're like, God damn, this is taking absolutely forever. Just go look up like a gameplay of it. It's kind of funny to watch. And for some reason in this futuristic apocalypse, and Norman Reedus has empty monster cans all over his area. So it's like, so in this apocalypse, there's still monster energy drinks. What in the fuck?
They just made so many cans. There really is a lot of monster on this planet.
It's a weird ass game because the trailers show Norman Reedus delivering packages, and he's got this like baby fetus and like an incubator strapped to the front of his chest.
Huh. That's
and
Togepi.
He's walking around with this stack of packages that's like 2 times his height. And you got to keep pressing the shoulder buttons to stay balanced. And if you lose balance, you fall over and the packages fall off and you got to gather them up again.
You know, if he just watched one Christmas movie, he'd find out there was a better way. Well, that sounds boring.
Only there was a way. Apparently, you figure out how to make roads, and part of the game is you got to connect the apocalyptic world via roads. So you're kind of like the Pony Express back in the day.
Huh.
Except you're Norman Reedus with a baby.
As long as you're Norman Reedus with a baby, huh? Well, that's dreadful.
Right. November 8th, you got Layton's Mystery Journey, Catriel, and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. That's for the Switch. That's all one title.
Do they think a longer title would take up more shelf space?
All right, Romancing Saga, November 11th. Truck Driver, PC, November 11th. Armistice Day. Armistice Day. Doctor Who, The Edge of Time. That's a VR title for PC and PlayStation,
Okay.
November 12th. Golem, that's PlayStation VR, November 12th. Legend of Bumbo, November 12th. That's a PC exclusive. My Friend Pedro.
I'm sorry, you said Dumbo?
Oh, Bumbo, Bumbo.
I'm like, who the fuck on PC is playing a game as Dumbo? Had me worried for a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Continue, sir.
That's what I name my bowel movements. My Friend Pedro for the Switch, November 12th. I'm gonna skip some of these. X111 Roman numerals remake. Is that the Final Fantasy remake? I'm gonna look that up.
Is it 13?
I know.
What were the Roman numerals? Because they are remaking one of them.
7? No, that's for that's March 3rd. It says it's coming out. I'm not sure what that is.
So that's the
I don't know.
title.
It's like a Roman numeral. I'm bad with Roman numerals. It's X and then 3 ones.
Oh, yeah, it's
or 3
13.
I's remake.
Yeah, it's 13.
So that's
Yeah.
13. Well, that's because it doesn't say Final Fantasy or anything. It just shows the Roman numerals. So that's kind
I
of
wonder
confusing.
what that is.
Got PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Got Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition for PC. That's on the 14th.
Definitive.
Bee Simulator. What the hell is Bee Simulator?
It's like Goat Simulator, except you get honey and you don't fuck with cars, I guess. I don't know. There's everything simulators, though. There's a company out there that's like, everybody wants to figure out. There's going to be a lamp simulator soon. Fucking just turn
of
on and
all the
off.
things to simulate. Of all the things to simulate, why simulate that? Because that could actually do some good and you could actually do it from your backyard. But they're like, well, I want to be a bee caretaker and they need me for survival, but I could just play this game.
Wait, do you take care of the bees or are you a bee? Because if you're a bee, maybe you can just go around sting people and shit.
Let me look this up. It looks like you're a bee.
So maybe you do go around sting people and shit.
Yeah, you're literally a bee. Explore the world.
I wonder if they have a button for buzz.
Okay, yeah, so you're a literal bee. Just
fantastic.
A button you hold down for buzz. Okay, Bee Simulator. Live the big adventure of a small bee. Explore a world brimming with life in which you collect pollen, defy dangerous wasps, and save your hive.
You fight dangerous wasps.
Play with others in 3 game modes, including co-op, player versus player, and split screen.
What the fuck is going on?
They
put thought into this game, Greg.
November 14th, Paranoia. Happiness is mandatory. That's PC. Sparklight, PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch. Beast Quest. That's also that's November 15th. Jumanji, the video game.
Huh.
That's for everything. November 15th. Now we start getting to the big ones.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon Sword and Shield on the Switch, November 15th.
I need a Switch.
With Fat Pikachu. Yeah. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's PC, PS, or Xbox One.
Is that
November
one
15th.
game that they showed at E3? That game looks fucking nuts. I don't even like Star Wars. Sorry, nerd fans. But I just can't get into it. But that game looks fantastic. You grab the dude and bring him over to you and shit and start choking him. Like, what the fuck?
I'll probably get it if it's on sale. Tokyo Ghoul, Recall to Exist. That's PC and PS4. That's also on the 15th. Long time coming. Shenmue 3, PC and PS4, November 19th. Shenmue 2 came out September 6th, 2001.
God damn.
So.
God damn. Yeah, I don't know this.
It's like it's a Sega. Shenmue 2 came out on the Dreamcast.
Oh shit.
So that's how long we're talking.
Nice. I mean, this is around this time I was really only playing Pokemon, Mario, and wrestling games. Okay, they had WrestleMania 2000 out.
I've never played it, but I've seen a lot of things about it.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
I've been aware of it, but I've never checked it out. Children of Morta. That's a Switch exclusive, November 20th. Farmer's Dynasty.
Okay.
Sounds like the tale of inbreeding. November 21st. That's PS4 and Xbox. Lumberjacks Dynasty. Okay, come on.
Okay.
That's a PC exclusive.
Grow a beard and wear a flannel.
November 21st. Narcos, Rise of the Cartels. That's for
a
Switch.
Narcos game?
21st.
Like based off of the show? Or just random Narcos? I mean, a cartel game would be fun, especially for the Switch. I wouldn't expect that.
This looks like the Netflix show.
Really?
It looks like the guy that played Pablo Escobar.
Oh, shit.
Authentically at its core, the Narcos experience is highly recognizable and iconic characters of the TV show are available to control and play. God, that
for the
is
Switch.
Written so badly. Sounds like I'm saying it wrong, but I'm saying it right. Yeah, looks like you play as
I mean, realistically, most television adaptation video games fucking suck.
Okay, so you get to choose your side. You get to choose between the DEA and being on the Narcos.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know who wins. Doesn't that kind of ruin? Whatever.
Maybe you just want to lose
what the fuck?
with a lot of fun. I don't know.
Okay, check out this name.
Give it
All
to
right. Prison Architect, Psych
Perfect.
Ward, Warden's Edition expansion.
Everything I build would be Arkham.
PC.
There would be so many Arkhams. But that's different. They're
Man, I don't
making
know
games
what
for
kinda-
everything nowadays. People just have time on their hands.
In what goddamn mood would I have to be in to play that game? And this is gonna be the solitary confinement.
Hey, that's for correctional officer training.
Yes.
They just gotta play
gotta
36
cut the
hours
other
of that.
expansion for that one. Wrong expansion. All right. November 22nd, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. That's an expansion pack. November 22nd.
More expansion.
Holy shit. Civilization 6 comes out on PS4 and Xbox. November
Isn't that
22nd.
PC game or series?
Yeah, that's the one with Sean Bean narrating. I already have that on PC and the Switch. Is it bad if I want to buy it for PS4?
You know, I have several copies of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, so I can't judge you if you do.
Oh, God. It would have to be dirt cheap if I'm going to buy it again, but
Just catch on a
I
sale.
never get to play the Switch because the kids always have it. And my PC is shit. I'm using an old dinosaur for a laptop, so it's not strong enough to run
Oh,
it.
then fucking get it.
But I'm on my PS4. Let's have a. I don't know how the hell I could justify spending the money because my fiance is going to wake up one day and find Civilization 6 on the menu on the PlayStation. She's like, "Do you buy Civilization 6 again?" Yeah.
You know what you do?
I don't know how the hell.
You got to squirrel away some money, embezzle a little bit, right? And then just
Mhm.
keep it in one of the other cases.
All right. Well, Christmas gift ideas, if anyone wants to get me something. Narcos Rise of the Cartels again, but that's for Xbox. November 22nd, so it's a 1 day difference. And Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts, November 22nd. Pretty slow month, really, for games.
Yeah.
November is usually a lot busier.
They must be saving
But
it up
this
for
month
for
it's-
December. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's really just Pokemon, Star Wars. Shenmue is going to be notable just because of how long it's taken. It's not really up there with like Duke Nukem.
Oh, I love me some Duke Nukem.
Like Duke Nukem took forever to come out, but yeah, otherwise I'd say I'm probably most excited for Civilization 6 and I already have that.
Get it again, fuck it.
Yeah. Joe, heard you got some extra stuff for this episode. What are we dealing with here?
You know, I thought it'd be funny for trivia. And not just any kind of trivia,
Trivia.
some real good Marvel nerd type facts. So we get to learn some stuff and we get to test our brains a little bit. Now, Greg,
Okay,
oh,
and
go ahead.
can I phone a friend?
Oh, you can absolutely phone a friend. If you know someone who knows this answer, fucking call them.
Well, I'm on the phone with
just
you
don't
now,
call
but
me.
I might. So maybe telekinesis.
Grab
or
another
like,
phone, several phones, house phones.
palm reading. Yes, I'll just grab my other phone, my burner
Tin
phone.
can and a string. See who's on the other side. Ham radio. A raven. Can send message to a raven.
Is it weird that I want a ham radio?
No, I think about it from time to time. I don't know who I would talk to, but goddamn, it'd be fun. It'd take up a lot of room though. Those are bulk.
I think that's kind of like a dude thing, you know. It's like I should probably get a ham radio in case things go
Shit
bad.
goes south. I
you know?
guarantee aliens could pick up that frequency too. So you get some contact there.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Well, what is the? So I'm not allowed to Google things. Is that right?
I'll give you one clue.
Okay.
If you can't get it with the clue, and I'll be generous with the clue. but
All
vague.
right.
Vague but
So-
generous. If you can't get it, you can Google it.
Yes. And do I get a prize for getting this right? What are the stakes? Is there recognition? Do I get a plaque at
Yeah, you'll get plaque in every
at a
one of your
Victoria's
teeth.
Secret or
You
something?
get plaque in every tooth.
Well, come on, man. That's already there.
you'll get
I don't
you'll
need any
get you'll get
recognition
more.
for
I
that.
mean, who can have enough plaques?
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. That's the opposite. That's the exact opposite.
Well, what do you want? I'll buy you a Christmas gift.
Well, Jesus fucking Christ. That's just bribery. Come
It's
on.
not bribery. All right.
I'm giving you shit. Give me the question.
You want the question as a prize? All right, true or false? It's the easy one. What's the test? It just gets you used to the
Okay.
universe a little bit. True or false? In an attempt to cure his spider powers, Peter Parker drank a serum that caused him to grow 4 additional arms.
Ooh, animated series. I'm going to say true. I don't remember why he got it, but I remember the episode where that happens, but I don't know the cause.
It's true. The cause is
I'm going to say
the
true.
DNA. It is true. You are correct. The
Yeah.
the DNA from the spider bite is starting to overtake all his other cells. So he's actually mutating, like physically now, instead of just gaining powers. So he needs a serum to counteract that transition. Or transformation. Fucking true. And now the hard one, Greg. Are you ready?
Sure, why
What
not?
cosmic hero
not
stops
scared.
Annihilus to effectively end the annihilation wave?
Annihilation wave. Yeah. Sounds like something my dad would say when he's about to ground me or whip my ass. You're about to face the annihilation wave. No, Daddy, no. I got no goddamn clue. I'm gonna guess. How many guesses do I get?
You get 3.
3. I'm gonna say Jean Grey.
No.
Okay. Thor.
No.
Damn, man, you gotta stop with the dramatic pauses. It's freaking me out.
Building suspense, man. It's
okay,
a tough one.
I'm gonna. Okay, I guess I'll go with
Wait.
Mr. Fantastic.
He's not a cosmic hero. He's from Earth. Do you want your clue before you give an actual guess?
I don't know if it'll help, but sure.
We'll-
Give me the clue.
Vague but generous. We have not seen him in the MCU, but we have heard his name a fucking bunch. Affiliated with a group.
Adam Warlock.
Oh, fair guess, but no.
Did you see that jerk?
It's Nova.
Nova.
Yeah, man, we got the Nova Corps in the MCU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nova
yeah,
stops
yeah.
Annihilus from his annihilation. Holy
I'm-
fucking Annihilus.
You know, if I was a superhero facing Annihilus, I would give him so much shit. I'm like, all right, Annihilus, what is it exactly that you're gonna do? Let me guess. Annihilate. Get original, why don't you, huh?
It's like that's probably
about-
Taserface's uncle.
How about you open like a sports bar or a bakery instead of playing into what your dad wants you to do by your
Yeah, man,
name?
he opens up a sports bar where everybody can get annihilated. that's a perfect call, Greg. He has his real calling.
Oh shit.
Don't fuck with Nova, but start selling some booze.
There you go. Man, sports bars are so great for jokes and puns. What's that one off Family Guy where Peter Griffin opens a sports bar at the center of the earth,
What?
and he's like a former baseball umpire,
Oh my goodness.
and there's like a rock person who's like, oh, these are expensive, and Peter Griffin's like, all right, buddy, you're out of here. And that's the end of the joke. It's really stupid, but it just fucking gets me.
That's
Like,
a lot of random
that
shit.
is
That's a
so
lot of left
stupid.
fields in one park.
Yeah. Have you seen that South Park episode where they explain how Family Guy does their jokes?
Was it was it like sea lions or some shit, dolphins in a tank?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
manatees, or they bring the balls up to the tube, and there's like, these words are adjectives.
It's so
These ones are nouns.
it's so
By the way,
important, imperative to get to that writer's room, and that's what they fucking see. Oh, guys, they have an idea.
God, I love that show so fucking much. I mean, both, but South Park's on a whole nother
South
level
Park
for
was
me.
able to play with The
Plus-
Simpsons and Family Guy. Like they didn't give a fuck. They're like, welcome to the neighborhood.
Oh god, they're great. It in that episode too, where they're making fun of Family Guy, where Osama bin Laden's threatening to blow up America, or they think that's what he's gonna do, and they realize the bit is actually about Muhammad going to get iced tea from Mr. T, like Mr. T's tea stand, and then like a few years ago, I saw Mr. T on I think it was Fuse Tea, like on a commercial. I'm like, really? This is a South Park joke. Mr. T selling tea on a fucking.
You know, he
My
probably
God,
thought
I
it was
just-
a good idea. I pity the fool who don't do this.
I pity the fool that don't get his drink, his milk.
Yo, Mr. T is dope. Okay, any job he can get, I hope he gets.
Mr. T is
It's fantastic.
Cool,
This
but
motherfucker, in an interview, he was wearing his old shoes. You know, he had had his clothes done up. He had all his chains on. You know, he was looking fresh, but his shoes were old and worn. And the interviewer asked him about it. He's like, hey, "You've got all this money. Why you still wear those shoes?" And he was like, "It reminds me of my roots, man. It keeps me grounded. You know, I look down and I remember where I came from, and I remember to appreciate what I've gotten now." And I was like, "Damn, Mr. D,
yeah,
good for you,
he's
man."
deep. But when I saw that commercial, I thought I was in the Truman Show or something, where I'm like, is this all just a joke? Like, I don't know. It felt so weird. I don't know. Well,
I mean, would you rather have Mr. T do a commercial about iced tea or Ice T do a commercial with some iced tea?
oh,
Which
man.
I mean,
probably
which one do you want?
Ice-T. I enjoy him more,
Do you
not only because
Law and Order?
of him and Rick and Morty, but which, by the way, coming out this month. I'm excited.
Yeah, spoilers.
And but he's also in spoilers. That's coming. Spoilers for this episode.
The upcoming segment is now compromised.
But he's also in Borderlands 3,
Fantastic.
and he's fucking great. I absolutely love him in that game. And obviously he's in fucking Law and Order SVU, which, I mean,
Did you know
I know John Mulaney. I
love that motherfucker.
Yeah, I know John Mulaney does a joke about Ice-T being in Law and Order, but God, it's so awesome.
He does a couple bits about Law and Order.
He loves that show, and so do I, and that's probably why I like him so much. But God damn, Ice-T, you win my
Did you know
heart.
Ice-T had a metal band?
What the hell did you just say?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
He fronts a metal rock band. It's called Body Count. You should definitely check it out. You should
Body
really
Count.
fucking check it out.
That is
I'm
possibly
gonna send you videos after this, Greg.
that is
fucking-
possibly the worst name for a band I've ever heard in my
Oh
life.
man, they got a single called "Cop Killer." Ice-T's got a band
Well, yeah.
called Body Count with a lead song called "Cop Killer," and he plays a cop on television. It's fantastic. It really is fun to watch.
Speaking of weird metal bands, have you ever seen that Ned Flanders themed metal band?
Yes, that's fantastic.
Fucking Oakley Dokley.
Yeah, oh my goodness. I fucking
I
nailed it.
tried listening to them. And yeah.
They
That genre is just full of weird shit.
commit.
Well, I got a bit of a surprise too. Not really a surprise, but I like sports a lot, so I
What
figured
kind of sports?
add in a quick little spot in here where I go over probably depending on the month, like the top games, to keep your eye on that should be good for the month. And I got 3
Your top 3
for
games?
this month. I'm gonna make a prediction because I got 2 for the NFL, 1 for the NBA. I tried finding some for hockey, but I've been kind of out of that for a bit, so I'll pay more attention to that. And next month I'll probably have one for that. But Thursday, November 21st, this is week 12 for the NFL. It's on Thursday. Got the Colts versus the Texans. I'm gonna go ahead and call the Texans because Deshaun Watson, the Texans QB Deshaun Watson, got kicked in the fucking head
Oh shit. That's
last week, mid play. I mean, not in the
not
helmet,
a combat sport.
not in the helmet, not on like the face mask. Like he got kicked like on the eye, and it was like one eye. He threw this fucking badass touchdown. That dude is fucking amazing, and so I got the Texans to win that. And then I got.
Wait, what do you win if you guess these right?
I don't know, bragging rights, I guess. I don't know.
And I told you so.
I
mean, we have
Yeah,
been right
man,
on predictions on this before. We have yet to see
yes.
prizes.
Yeah. Wrestling, we've been doing really good with predictions. We've been like scarily good.
You know,
It's weird.
I think I know who one of our
It's-
listeners are.
Oh, dude. That would be so goddamn weird.
Hey, man. I mean, it's working out. Fuck it.
Yeah, Paul. Hey, man.
I want to be friends with Paul Heyman.
Yeah, buddy. And then I got also the same week 12, because it just happens to be convenient. I got the Cowboys and the Patriots.
Are you a Patriot hater? Do you hate Tom Brady?
I'm not big
Do you
on
hate
him.
Tom Brady? Are you one of them?
No, I don't hate him.
So,
Tom Brady is probably the best
it's-
quarterback, at least in the last maybe 20
yeah, he
years.
tops his generation
would
for
say.
sure. It's
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not
I
to.
can't
Bill
hate the
Belichick's
guy.
great.
He's too fucking good and too consistent. When he's on fire, Jesus
But-
Christ, he's burning it all down.
The Patriots have been undefeated, but they also have probably had the weakest schedule in the entire NFL. So I like to see them face the Cowboys because the Cowboys have
Well,
gotten
that way
a lot of hate.
nobody's able to like blame it on deflated footballs that way. The NFL is smart with that one.
Yes,
They're like, we're gonna work around this.
they're facing the Cowboys, and if the Cowboys are at full strength, they'll be a threat. But they're kind of off and on, so I think it'll be a good test for both the Patriots and the Cowboys to kind of see where they're at. But I'm gonna go ahead with the Patriots because
It's a smart choice.
I would be a
Yeah,
fool to bet against Tom Brady. I would be an idiot to bet against Tom Brady. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots for that one.
Smart.
And I guess I got 2 more. November 6th. This is also a big day for the NBA. Got the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Clippers. They're probably in my final 4. I got for the Western Conference, I got the Clippers, and I'm going to go ahead and say the Rockets if they can keep Harden, if they could give him some rest, because the guy works constantly and he does not share the ball at all. He shoots like half of the Rockets' points. So I'm gonna go with the Clippers or the Rockets. The West is really crowded, and obviously you got the Lakers with LeBron and Anthony Davis, but I'm not sure about that. And then on the East, I got the Bucks and the Clippers. I mean, not the that. I got the Bucks and the 76ers. Sorry, ends with ers.
All the ers.
And yeah. So the Bucks and the 76ers I got for the Eastern side. So we'll see how that turns out. But the Bucks and the Clippers are playing, and that's on the 6th. And we also got the 76ers versus the Jazz also on the same day. And the Jazz are really good also. They'll probably be in the playoffs, so that'll be a fun one to watch. So those are my, I guess, top 4 games of the month. Again, this is not including the NHL because I've been too lazy to watch it so far this year, but I'll probably get on that. So yeah, pick wise, I'm gonna go with probably the Clippers to beat the Bucks, and I'll go with the 76ers to beat the Jazz. So put in your bets now, people. I'm not accountable if you lose any money, including myself.
But
So,
please bet a lot of money.
fun stuff.
Bet all the money.
All right.
So
you want to move on
So we've
to
done movies.
TV or
Yeah, we've done movies. We've done games.
we did movies. It's a pretty slow month for a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying. It
So-
feels like the mid card right now. There's nothing too crazy popping off.
Yeah. When is Survivor Series going
Yeah,
on?
Survivor Series. AEW has a pay-per-view coming up too,
That's the 24th.
with Jericho and Cody going for the title.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to watch
Full
it, but I think I'm
Gear.
gonna get Full Gear. I'm definitely gonna watch the
That's
highlights.
November 9th.
Oh,
that's November 9th. That's
right
the
around the
sick-
corner. That's so fucking.
So that's this coming Saturday.
You know, I know we're talking about wrestling next week, but fucking
Yeah.
AEW, Jesus
Well,
Christ.
They're fucking rolling in it. But yeah, we'll get into more of our thoughts with that next week, and we'll probably be able to talk about Full Gear then,
Yeah,
which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
talk about a few pay-per-view type things. At least overall.
Yeah.
You know, for TV, you know, I'm doing first half. So
Okay.
what was released?
So split off at the 15th.
Yeah. It's cut off at the 15th. On the
Okay.
first, we saw new shows like Dickinson on Apple TV Plus. Also, For All Mankind, the morning show is on Apple TV Plus now. I don't know. Oprah's Book Club, she's got a show. Queer Eye, we're in Japan. That's on Netflix on the first. There's a show called See on Apple TV. Like how you see no evil. Not the letter C. That'd be ridiculous. On Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
there's a show called Atypical. It's probably a typical show. Who knows? We also
It's probably anything but.
we have Jim Halper from The Office playing in Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime. I think that's season 2.
Yes, that I want to check out.
Have you seen any of
I've
season
been meaning
1?
to.
You haven't seen?
No, I have not yet, but it's on my list.
I saw a
I've been
clip and
meaning
it
to
looked
watch it.
like a Bourne type deal. You know,
Yeah.
John was chasing somebody on rooftops. I'm curious on how he does.
Sounds like fun.
I liked him in The Office, so fuck it. Also,
But now he's got facial hair.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of-
He's different now.
yeah, and he's married to Emily Blunt, so he's all kinds of growing up.
Yeah, which, I want him to play Mr. Fantastic whenever they decide to cast him.
He would be my first pick every time. That concept art,
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw it. It
It
suits the
fits
name.
really well.
It really does. Wrapping up what was released on the first, we have We Are the Wave on Netflix. It's a new series. No idea what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's about crowds in football stadiums. The third, which we're recording today, HBO premieres His Dark Materials.
That looks good.
What is
From what I've
this?
seen. It's based on the book. Let me see if I can. The cast looks really
It's not
good.
a 50 Shades
if I can
of
remember.
Grey spinoff.
Yeah, it's got the little girl from Logan in it.
Oh shit, she got a job. Yes.
Yeah, she's in that. It's got James McAvoy,
Okay.
um, Clark Peters. He's in The Wire. Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's really
From
good.
Hamilton.
He was in Hamilton.
God,
Yeah.
he does I think like a freestyle bit on Jimmy Fallon every now and again with the Roots. He's a fly dude.
Yeah, we got who's the guy that plays the Big Bear Mormont guy from Game of Thrones? James Cosmo.
I didn't know his name.
Is it
but
weird that I know
it's
names?
a dope name. I hope he's married to a
I'm
Wanda.
weird with. The guy that plays Moriarty on the Sherlock series with Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in it. Andrew something. And I can't think of anyone else right now, but
It sounds
it
pretty
looks
sick.
really good. Yeah.
Do you know anything about the premise?
Reviews I'm seeing, I mean, it's not even really out yet.
Oh, this is like a surprise type deal.
Yeah, it's Rotten Tomatoes, and again, Rotten Tomatoes is shit, so I'm not going to quote
They
them.
started kind of strong, and now they're being all kinds of political and shit, and they need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Or
So-
stop collecting people who need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Critic
but
on critics.
this was they released a trailer for that on I think it was at E3, and it looked interesting. So I'll probably check it out. It's got that fucking polar bear and shit. Fuck
Yeah, it makes me want to get HBO.
Yes.
On the 5th, coming out on Netflix is The End of the Fucking World. And
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
is in the
with the
title, which
two
is
people.
I'm a fan of that. Good choice.
Yes. It's pretty popular from what I've heard.
Yeah. Do you know what this is about?
Nope.
Cool. But the world is
Yeah.
fucking ending. But before it is,
It already is.
yeah, it definitely is. Running Wild with Bear Grylls is coming out on Nat Geo, also on the 5th.
I don't mind me some Bear Grylls. I mean, once you see a guy skin a snake and then use net and then kind of squeegee the snake for its urine like a fucking one of those popsicles that you cut the tops off of and you squeeze the juice out.
Yeah,
He did that, but with like snake urine, and he's like, "It's actually good for
that's
you."
the real crazy straw.
It's like, it is absolutely not. But once you see him do that, you just want to know what the hell else he's gonna do.
On
That guy
Netflix, he has
is a weird fucking.
he has an
dude.
interactive show on Netflix where you can make choices. Have you played this?
I have.
This was
with,
fantastic. I played it with the kids.
Yeah. Me too.
And they were all about it.
My stepson was like, "What should I pick? What should I pick?" I'm like, "Do that." And then we ended up like, "Oh fucking crikey, not crikey, but
Close.
blimey,
Yeah, he's got that accent.
fucking bastard."
You gotta imagine
I gotta work on
he
my
did
accents.
everything on that fucking video, even if you like the ones that you didn't choose. He had to start back from the beginning to go back and do options. He had to go through that course twice. And I'm sure it's controlled to a degree, but some of the things you're doing, my god damn, dude.
Yeah. Should I stick my dick in this electric pencil sharpener? And then 10 seconds to decide. And he has to
Pencil
I don't know,
sharpener.
They film
every
like
time.
they film like a hot dog instead. Oh shit, you fucked me.
Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer winner.
I want to see that dude in like public just to see how crazy he is just around other people. He's like, just fucking throw me in Siberia. Fuck, I can't
I want to see him
stand
at a theme park.
people in line. I'm sure as shit that guy cannot handle like everyday, like, suburban living. He probably goes nuts. He probably goes absolutely
You
nuts.
hope he does. Let's bug his phone. We'll find out. On
Yeah.
the 10th, Showtime is releasing a show called Back to Life. I'm sure it's about resurrection. Or They took a break from that board game. I can only guess. Dublin Murders is coming out on Stars on the 10th. Shameless on Showtime. And Greg,
Yeah.
Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
Adult Swim.
Rick and Morty. I'm pretty. I've been waiting for this for a while because the last season came out when season 7 of Game of Thrones was out. When Game of Thrones took 2 years, these guys took almost 3. So it's been a while since it's been out. And I know Adult Swim was struggling with what, because their contract ran out with Adult Swim and they wanted to buy it, but because Rick and Morty is so fucking weird, they really didn't know how to exploit it for money.
Well, you look at the ratings.
Yeah, they're like, how do we promote this? Where do we promote it?
promoted.
You know, exactly. It does it itself.
Not
So, but
re-signing that show is a
luckily,
mistake.
Dan Harmon's one of the greats. I love the Community. Well, at least the seasons he does.
I gotta watch that one. I
And-
gotta get to that one.
Community's good.
That and
It's
I
very
kind of
good.
want to watch 30 Rock, mainly for Tracy Morgan. And I dig some Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. Yeah, Tina Fey's a treasure.
Yeah, that's
And,
right. And I watch Amy Poehler, so
Mhm.
I might as well watch Tina Fey.
They're like two peas in a
Yeah,
pod.
it's like the set's incomplete.
30 Rock is a little drier. It's not as eccentric as like Parks and Rec or like The Office is. It's not as like cringy.
Is it more
But-
casual?
Kinda. It's not so much slapstick, but it's more like dialogue stuff. And it's still really funny, but you have like Tracy Morgan does his own when he does jokes, it's kinda in his character style, or Tina Fey's kinda like, I'm depressed. Like, oh, what a week. Am I right? And Alec Baldwin's like, it's only Tuesday. You know, it's stuff like that. It's very,
Well, I
so
mean,
the humor is a bit different,
I can dig
but
that
it's
though.
still
'cause
really good.
Parks and Rec, they really didn't. I didn't get like a lot of laughs out of that show. You know, I did get some good ones, especially with Nick Offerman's character. But I mainly
Mhm.
stuck around because I got so fucking well invested in these characters. So it's like they didn't even need the jokes. So the ones they had were a bonus because I was able to care about the characters. So maybe that's what it would be like
Mhm.
for these other shows.
So I'm happy that Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland got that contract extension, and they're gonna keep making Rick and Morty because it's a good show. You know, it's worth a watch. So I'm excited to see what they do with the new season.
Oh, I bet you are. I know you've been waiting for this one, and you spoiled it earlier, making people excited
Spoiled
before
it.
the excitement comes.
Oh yeah, my reference that
Yeah.
it was coming.
Speaking of
earlier.
excitement about what's coming, it's the month, Greg. It's the Disney Plus month. It's happening.
Yes,
It's
November
fucking
12th.
happening. November 12th. Disney Plus is releasing 4 new
When
series.
did Apple TV
I don't
come
fucking
out?
know. They just snuck in there.
That kind of, yeah, it really snuck in there. I remember them just doing a bunch of like, hey, we're doing a bunch of shows. There's one with Jason Momoa.
I saw that
There's
one.
one
Yeah.
with Steve Carell.
Yeah.
There's a
They
bunch of them.
They're
and it's
spending
like,
money.
okay. I'm not gonna get it.
No, that will be the last one I get.
Yeah.
And which I'm really only getting Disney Plus. I have Hulu and Netflix, but yeah, no Apple. But Disney,
Yeah, and I got the YouTube TV now, mostly for sports.
that's
but
right, you do
It's
that.
got some on demand stuff.
I had that PlayStation View,
so I could like record
but
stuff.
that was expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked into that a bit.
So Disney is releasing Encore, High School Musical, the series, because kids need that in their lives, I guess. The World, according to
man.
Jeff Goldblum. Right? That just feels intriguing to me.
What's that line off of Thor Ragnarok? His like sex ship or whatever, his party
Yeah.
vessel. That's life according to
Yeah.
Jeff
As a
Goldblum.
world as a world post Ragnarok, motherfuckers. And also, Greg,
That
the
weird.
Mandalorian's coming out.
That looks interesting. The trailer looks good, at least. I'm still not sure because in the show, I mean, in the first 3 movies, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back. Fuck, I can never think of the third one. But
Was it Rise of the
it's
Skywalker or some shit like this?
no, that's
the one
new,
coming out
new
now?
one. It's that comes out December 20th. I always know because they always come out around my birthday. So for the last
all for
few
you, Greg.
birthdays, I've seen those
all for you.
movies.
I want to complain about
Yeah,
how
that'd be
many
weird.
movies they have, but also I'm a gigantic Marvel fan, so that would be blasphemous.
Yeah, this looks like to be the last one within this.
Continuity.
Yeah, and then there was the David and Dad one, but they stepped down to do their Netflix movies. And
That, and they don't want to fuck with another IP like that.
I know,
If they
is
fucked
it
it
Ryan
up,
Johnson? Ryan Johnson or Brian Johnson? He's the one that did the last movie.
Ryan Johnson from Comic
He's
Book
supposed
Man?
to be. No, he directed the last Star Wars movie, the Last Jedi.
Okay.
He's supposed to. Yeah, I know he's kind of up to be making new ones. They're still negotiating it, but he's not a bad director. I just didn't really like what they did with the last one too much.
What did you dislike the most?
Spoilers for the Last Jedi.
Star Wars fans have seen it already. And if you haven't seen it, you probably won't see it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they do with the Force powers that aren't really.
I knew it is.
Jesus. It seems like the whole movie, he does it just to be unpredictable, like on purpose, like almost overtly.
Like he's just trying to.
He's like, oh, did you guess what this is? Guess what? That's not what's happening. It was like almost painstakingly obvious. Like, have you seen The Force Awakens? That's the one where
is that the one with Kylo Ren
that's
is
the
introduced?
first one in this.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen it.
So
Mark
at the
Hamill
end,
comes in the end or some shit.
yeah, where at the end where Rey is showing Luke his father's lightsaber, and then it kind of ends on that note. In the beginning of the next one, everyone's like, oh, what's Luke going to do? How is he going to react? He grabs the lightsaber, just throws it over a cliff.
Terrible.
And it's like...
That must have been like the Hell in a Cell ending in a no contest for Star Wars fans.
Very much. And a lot of it was just trying to be unpredictable. Or a big mystery with The Force Awakens was, who's Rey's parents? They kind of hint that her parentage is important. And then Ryan Johnson's like, guess what? It's nobody. Your parents are nobodies. You're just a piece of shit with the Force. It doesn't matter who you are. And everyone's just like, because The Force Awakens had J.J. Abrams directing it, and this one had Ryan Johnson directing it. So their views don't exactly meet up.
Who were the writers the same? Did they change up writers? Or who did the screenplay?
I'm not. And Ryan Johnson did the screenplay for the second one, as well as he directed it. But Ryan Johnson has done some good stuff though in the past because he is a good director. Like Ryan Johnson directed that probably my favorite episode of Breaking Bad, the third one from the last, where all the shit goes down.
Ozymandias or how do you pronounce
Yeah.
it?
I think it's Ozymandias.
Yeah, that's right.
That
Amadeus.
one, yeah, that one's him. Yeah. So that one's directed by him. So he's got
He's got some
good
chops.
shit under his belt.
That's good to have in your portfolio
Yeah.
for sure.
So he's kind of on deck for the new Star Wars movies, and they're gonna be doing an Obi-Wan movie now.
I
And
saw that.
so I don't know. I'm mixed on it. I'm mixed. If they do it well, kind of like the Marvel movies, if they do it well, I'm happy.
Well, yeah,
for
that's
it.
the thing about trusting
But-
studios and certain filmmakers. Especially if it has that
It's-
potential. Like if you have all the rights to just have everybody in your fucking palm.
Like a lot of the diehard Star Wars fans kind of view The Last Jedi like picture Marvel, you got Thor, you know Thor has his hammer, lightning, all that shit. And then this guy comes around and he interprets Thor that instead of using, his legendary, fucking hammer, he uses like a little sandwich baggie. But all of a sudden, Thor is now like a sidekick, and he can like make holograms of himself. It's like
What the fuck?
he just makes up powers for him. Stuff that's never explained in any of the other stuff, and he doesn't explain it either. Like Luke Skywalker could like all of a sudden project holograms of himself completely across the universe.
He's not worthy, man.
And Leia can now breathe in space and fly around like the Silver Surfer, and none of it's ever explained, and that's kind of why a lot of people are upset with it, because he just makes up these new fucking powers just out of fucking thin air. But all in all, personally, I didn't mind the movie, but I know a lot of people are iffy on it, so I could kind of see both sides. But so when you see stuff like The Mandalorian,
Do you think it's a step? It's a step in the right direction. Do you think?
It's definitely milking it for all it's worth, because he only had maybe 3 lines in the original movies, and one of them was him dying, screaming as he's being eaten by that weird anus with teeth that was in the sand.
Wow.
Just dragging it
They
around.
were like,
He's
let's give that guy a show. Remember old butt plug?
Yeah.
Let's hook him up.
Yeah, but he's kind of known to be a cool character, kind of like how, the White Walkers were cool characters, because you don't really know a lot about them. They don't really say much. They're just cool. And now they're doing this big old prequel. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. The trailer looks good, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous for it.
Well, you'll be able to know
Big
soon.
Star Wars tangent. Sorry, people.
You'll be able to know soon.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Indeed.
Fucking indeed. The last day to be releasing any kind of content on television is the 13th. On AMC, you have The Preppy Murder, Death in Central Park. That's the title. Dollface is coming on Hulu. I'm With the Band, Nasty Cherry, is on Netflix. And The Man in the High Castle is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And also in Colorado, in Washington, in Oregon, Illinois in January, Massachusetts, Michigan. All kinds of high castles up in this motherfucker.
Yeah. There is one on the 15th that looks pretty good. It's a movie on Netflix. It's a animated family one called Claws. The only reason I mention that is the fucking cast is outstanding. It's got J.K. Simmons.
Yes. What a good start. Jesus.
Rashida
Oh,
Jones. David Schwartzman. Joan Cusack. Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald got a job?
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for that.
I'm gonna check that shit out.
Um, all right. I'm gonna take over now for the
Take it away.
16th. Yeah. Got a bunch of. A lot of this is a lot of premiering movies on Lifetime and Hallmark, and that's the war we're forgetting. You got Pepsi and Coca-Cola, DC and Marvel, Star Wars, Star Trek. Condoms, no condoms, and then
Hashtag
you
no
got
condoms.
Lifetime and Hallmark. That's the war that really matters. And my God, they are going
Who
toe
are
to
you
toe.
behind? Who's your pick?
I have no fucking idea. I say Spike
I'm-
TV.
I'm Lifetime. They be doing the murder mystery fucking movies. Dude killed his wife in the garage.
Like,
Not in this suburban area.
yeah, you got at the same time, Lifetime at 8 p.m. does just imagine this movie, and it's got these movies. All you need to do is hear like the name, you can probably guess what it's about. You got Christmas in Louisiana.
Oh, right over by the
Ooh.
bayou.
Big city lady, has to go back and meet her family down in Louisiana.
What you mean he didn't love
falls
my
in
crawfish?
love, falls in love with her high school sweetheart. That just wasn't meant to be, and he reminds her that just going at it in the back of a swamp with alligators nibbling
It's
on your
not
toes
safe when a
is
hurricane is
just
coming.
a fucking. It's a way to go, It's a way to go, and then you got Double Holiday on Hallmark same time.
Oh shit! See,
And
you see what
that's
they
like-
did there? Well, Christmas was on
it's-
Lifetime, right? And then
yeah. Christmas
Hallmark
in
is
Louisiana,
like, we're
Lifetime.
gonna include other people. Holiday,
Yeah, Double Holiday.
even
Fuck you.
more than Christmas, motherfucker.
There's a lot of that stuff, but a lot of this month is going to be those movies, and they have a lot of them.
Whoop-de-doo, Basil.
But a big one is The Crown. That's coming back for Netflix, the third season. I don't mind that show. They got I think it's if I remember right, I think it's Olivia Colman who's taking over the role of Elizabeth. Who's taking over
Taking
the
it
role
from who?
because
Who lost their job?
well, it's not so much that she lost her job, but it's kind of like a biopic of Queen Elizabeth. And as she ages, they're getting different actresses to do the role. I think the first two were Claire Foy, all that.
That's interesting
So
approach.
I don't mind those. They're pretty good. Well, because she gets older.
Yeah. Do they?
And, that.
So there was two of them
And-
before, right? There's two incarnations of Elizabeth in this series.
Yeah, it's
Did
like
it work?
this
Did
one.
They,
The
did
first
they seem
two.
like the same person.
The first two seasons are like back in like the 60s. And then this one is later on in her life. I think it's more like in like the 70s.
Movie baby.
So she's a little bit older. I don't know. I dig it. Got Mr. Pickles on
my
Adult
goodness.
Swim. That's on the 17th, and so is The Crown. Ray Donovan, new season on Showtime. Never seen it, but I know it's popular.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good.
Blind Date, that's a reboot on Bravo. That's a reboot of the 1999 reality show.
Yeah. Of course it's on Bravo. That is so Bravo to do.
Oh my God, so
Like
Bravo.
all the dates are blind. I saw Stevie Wonder on there, and he didn't find anybody.
Yes.
Couldn't see him.
Trying to find. Mad About You.
What about you?
It's a revival of the NBC sitcom, also in 1999. Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt reprised their roles as the Bookmans. I guess it's specifically on Spectrum, so I don't really care.
Cool. They're
Yeah, yeah. Just The Accident on Hulu. That's November 22nd. It's a 4-episode drama dealing with a tragic event in Wales. Comes to the team behind the National Treasure movies.
I didn't expect that last part.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, more dramatic Christmas movies for the family. Carol's Christmas. That's Carol, like
God
the
damn it,
song.
Carol.
Yeah, Christmas Under the Stars. Dolly Parton's Heartstrings. It's on Netflix. This is also on the 22nd. I don't mind me some Dolly.
That Jolene.
Yeah, she does Jolene and all that, and yeah, it's a 8-part Netflix anthology series. So that's kind of cool. I'll probably check that out eventually. I like me some Dolly Parton.
I'm sure she likes you, sugar.
The Dragon. Yeah. The Dragon Prince on Netflix.
Dragon Prince.
That's also on the 22nd.
Like Footprints
Yeah,
or
I'm not
like
sure.
Royalty Prince? Purple Prince. Purple Rain Prince.
Like royal. A royalty.
Like computer print?
No, like
Oh.
royalty, like Queen, King, Prince.
Does he get a crown too? What does he get? Does he get a badge?
I am not sure.
I gotta watch Aladdin
I'm
again.
not sure. Yes. Jeez. I'm kind of going through this. Garth Brooks, The Road I'm On, a documentary on A&E. He weirds me out.
He's got some good songs.
What's that? Yeah, what's that? Like other identity he has. I think it's Kurt Gaines.
Well, I mean, I didn't know he had another personality, but I think if
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
manages
he,
it
like-
well and he doesn't kidnap people, I can't judge him.
Yeah, he's got yeah, he basically puts on a wig and he's like, "Now I'm Kurt Gaines."
Is it a different style of music? Does he do anything differently?
If I remember right, it's so country. I don't know
He
if
just
I've
puts
heard.
on a fake
I don't
mustache. And
remember
he's like,
hearing it.
I'm different guy. Here's the song that I
Yeah.
sang 4 minutes ago.
Now I'm, puts on a sombrero. Now I'm Paco Sinbad. Like, what the
You know who
fuck?
did that good? Andy Kaufman.
Andy
Yeah.
Kaufman.
You ever see that shit?
Mm-mm.
He's I want to call him a comedian, but he really didn't do stand up. He would go on stage and do variety show type shit. And a while he got pretty offensive. He did this bit with Jerry Lawler, actually, where Andy Kaufman was wrestling female wrestlers, like beating them up and shit like this. All entertainment. Jerry Lawler picked a bone with him, and they feuded, and Jerry punched Andy in the face, and everybody thought it was a real beef, like real genuine shit, and turns out they were in on it together, and it was all just them having fun with the media and shit. Jim Carrey played him in
Mm-hmm.
The Man on the Moon.
Oh,
And
okay.
that movie was fantastic. He was really good in it. And then recently, maybe like 2-3 years ago, there was a documentary on Netflix. And it was like behind the scenes of Jim Carrey filming it. And then I watched that, and then I watched some real Andy Kaufman clips. And this guy was fucking crazy. Wildly entertaining, but out of his fucking mind. But he had an alter ego where he would come in like dressed completely different, had makeup on like a motherfucker, and just have a completely different act. I'm trying to remember his last name. It's like Tony fucking something.
I have no idea. I'm completely lost.
You should watch it, Greg. Man on the Moon, and then watch the
Yeah,
Andy
definitely.
fucking documentary on Netflix. 'Cause Jim Carrey's always
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yes, it is. Same day, there's also Survivor Series on the 4th, and also Full Gear, AEW's first review on the 9th. I forgot to mention that. I also got Slow Burn. I mentioned this because it's a reality show, but I wonder if it's because the
Yeah, you just sent me
podcast
a
Slow Burn
podcast
just
called
came
Slow
back.
Burn.
Yeah, because they do seasons. The first season was about the Watergate trials, and it's a really interesting take on it.
The
And
guy
then
really
they do
does
the
his
Clinton.
research. He really did. It's funny because when I
Yeah,
listen to Sweet Home Alabama,
and-
there's the line that says, "Watergate don't bother me. Does your conscience bother you?" And I listened to that song like after I was listening to that podcast. I was like, "Oh shit, perspective, baby."
Season 2, they do the Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky stuff, which is pretty
Monica
interesting.
Lewinsky was on
then this-
some fucking podcast. I think it was Dax Shepard. I think it was Armchair Expert.
That is such a random place to go for
I
her.
know.
But and then the new season is about Tupac and
I'm gonna be
Biggie,
listening to that shit.
and they have a new host. They have a new host now doing that, and it's kind of weird to have a reality show with the same name during the same month. And that's on Epix. If that's not like a videoization of this podcast, I'm gonna be mad.
But oddly enough, and this is me completely profiling, but just the words "slow burn" coming out of an FX production, I'm interested.
November 25th, another Christmas movie. Just guess what this is about, okay? I could write it for you. Check in, like a hotel, INN. Check in to Christmas.
Oh my goodness!
It's on Hallmark.
Some things
They
are
run a
going to
hotel.
go array.
They get snowed in, and they realize the real gift of
Edward
Christmas
Snowden.
is each
Oh.
other. Edward snowed in. Too bad he's, stuck in
each
Russia.
other.
Oh,
Well, that's sweet.
Huh.
The typical stuff.
Yeah. Another Dolly Parton thing. This one on NBC. Dolly Parton, 50 years at the Grand Ole Opry.
Well, that explains
That's the second one this
explains
month.
the amount of Dolly Parton. It's an
Mu-
anniversary.
Must be a big Dolly Parton month. Let's see. We got Mike Birbiglia, the new one. That's a stand-up special on Netflix. I love that guy. He's really funny. So I'll probably check that out. God, there's so many freaking Christmas things. Netflix has a comedy called Merry Happy Whatever with Dennis Quaid. It's an 8-episode Christmas-themed family comedy.
With Dennis Quaid? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it's a lot more Christmas
More
stuff.
Christmas. Before Christmas.
Yeah. White Before Christmas, Baking Christmas, Christmas at the Plaza, The Christmas Wish.
And none of these have Santa in it or Jesus. It's all just cheesy ass romances.
Christmas in Rome. Is there anything else you want to do? Did you want to do your
Yeah,
other
well,
thing, or-
I can go through these quick. I just went around and big part of being a musician or that type of artist is concerts. And Greg, buddy, we need to work on. We gotta take you to a good old metal festival. That shit would be dope as fuck. But I checked out the albums. There weren't really there wasn't much going on. At least nothing that made me excited. So I thought maybe concerts, see what's in the Midwest area besides Michigan. Sorry, Michigan. Nothing against you. It's just there were a lot of returning from others and to save time. And this isn't even in chronological order. So Logic is going to be at the Allstate Arena in Chicago on November 15th. Chicago also has like a week or two run of Hamilton going on right now. You can catch that at the CIBC Theater. And Hamilton's one musical that I actually really want to fucking go to. But it's pricey, man. Goddamn. If you have the money, by all means, go. Jimmy Eat World is going to be in Madison at the Sylvie on November 6th.
Nice.
Right? And the Sylvie's a good venue, Greg. You'd like it. It's right over by the Capitol. Chainsmokers is going to be at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Madison, Wisconsin, on November 12th. I know they definitely have their demographic. Atreyu is going to be at the Rave in Milwaukee.
They're okay.
Yeah, yeah, they're all right. Adam sings a song by them all the time. That one real poppy one.
Atreyu is pretty good
yeah,
too.
Atreyu is pretty dope.
So I haven't thought of Atreyu in since high school.
That's why I wrote them down, because I forgot about them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad. Stylistically, they do good stuff. Yellow Wolf is going to be in Minneapolis, November 22nd at the Skyway Theater. Elvis Costello, which I really dig this motherfucker, is going to be at the State Theater in Minneapolis on the 23rd, as well as In Flames, who are going to be at the Caboose in Minneapolis. And I love me some fucking In Flames.
They're good. They're good.
The Mere Truth, that fucking song.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the video on that song too. Like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. I like where the dead ships dwell and all that. Yeah, I'm looking at music releases, and there's not a whole lot. We got Highly Suspect, Jeff Goldblum, and
I didn't know Jeff Goldblum had
Jeff
music
Goldblum has an orchestra.
I had no
what
idea.
The hell? Miranda Lambert, I've heard that name somewhere.
Yeah, she's big country.
Snow Patrol reworked. Yeah, it seems like a lot of re-releases.
That's what I saw too.
So yeah,
There
Yellow
was
Wolf
Nirvana Unplugged,
has a
I
new
think.
album coming out.
A re-release of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just curious if there are any bands I knew, and there's really none that I even know. So it's not that I have that much of a different taste
But
than you.
You can go to Atreyu. If I were you, I would go see In Flames.
In Flames
that
sounds
show's
good.
gotta
In
be
Flames
insane,
does.
because they're a tight fucking band.
November seems to be kind of a slow month, other than streaming service wise. You got Apple TV coming up, Disney Plus coming up. Those are kind of the big ones. Other than that,
it's a lot of breathing room for sports and wrestling, and
there's a lot of sports. Basketball's gonna start getting bigger. There'll be a few weeks in. NFL will be in its mid-season. Start to work out the playoff scene in that. NHL's going strong. Fucking Nationals won the World Series. That was fucking awesome. That one I got wrong though. I think I predicted the Astros, the Yankees, as did the rest of the planet, and that was kind of why Nationals winning was pretty cool. But yeah, Rick and Morty is coming back, and that seems to really be it. I think Rick and Morty is really going to dominate a lot of the zeitgeist around, meme wise and all that.
We're gonna be scrolling through a lot, but I'm sure you'll enjoy every little bit of it.
Probably. I like the show.
Do you not? Well, yeah,
the
that's right.
fan
When,
stuff.
I guess a former coworker of ours, he would talk about it. Annoyed you a little bit.
It's not just that. It's a lot of it. There was a bit. The first episode of season 3. Rick he's in this time thing in his mind, and he goes to a McDonald's drive-thru.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Yeah, I'd like to get a 10-piece McNugget and a bunch of the Szechuan sauce, as much as you're allowed to give me. In 1998, they had this promotion for the Disney film Mulan, where they created a new sauce for the McNuggets called Szechuan sauce, and it's delicious. And then they got rid of it, and now it's gone. This is the only place we're gonna be able to try it. Is in my memory.
Rick, you're doing this bit while your brain is melting.
Okay, all right.
And this was so popular, McDonald's brought back the Mulan sauce from the
Get outta here.
90s. And they got stormed with fucking people. They were running out everywhere, and there's videos of these Rick and Morty fans. They find out they're out of the sauce, and they jump up on the counters and start screaming. And they're like, "I want my Szechuan sauce."
They just turn into
And they're rolling around wearing the masks. It's so fucking cringy. And the people that make the show fucking don't even like watching the videos. They're like, "Oh, don't show me this. I really don't want to watch this." And so there's a certain aspect of that community that just makes me want to, put my Oscar Mayer wiener in a electric
Oh
pencil
shit!
sharpener, as
Callback.
we hinted to
Callback.
earlier. Yeah, that's
Continuity,
called.
bitch.
Yeah, that's storytelling
That's
right
science,
there.
bitch.
Yeah, Rick and Morty, Disney Plus being
You know,
a thing.
I'm really curious on The Irishman.
Oh yeah, The Irishman. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Martin Scorsese being just a media whore lately, but I still really trust him as a filmmaker. And
Yeah, he's a great filmmaker.
From De Niro, Pacino, all the way down
yeah.
to fucking Todd from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for it, and I'm very willing to spend 3 hours with it.
Yeah. It's a big month for wrestling, but we can get into that next
most
week
definitely.
with our monthly wrestling, recap, theories, predictions, discussion. You know how that is. So if you want more into that, you can check us out next week for that.
Yowie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to talk about wrestling.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to talk about with that. All right. You guys have a good November. You can follow us on
right on Thanksgiving,
Twitter,
right on
Facebook,
your plates.
Instagram.
Eat it.
So instead of paying attention to your family, you can listen to us, check us out on YouTube.
Fuck
I do
your
some
family.
stuff on Twitch. You can follow us around on there.
Fuck us. We need stalkers.
I also have a gaming channel. You can find it on our YouTube channel. Yeah, GG Gaming Walkthroughs. I beat After Party in about a day.
Was it that
I have
short,
not
or did you
laughed
just
so
spend
hard.
that much time on it?
It's maybe 6 hours, but it is replayable, and the game was only like $15,
shit,
so
fuck
I'm
it.
not too worried about it. But
I'm getting the new Call of Duty this weekend, Greg. Or the coming weekend.
There you go. Yeah. I have not laughed at a game or anything as much as I laughed at that After Party game.
What genre is it? What's the idea?
My God, it's like it's mostly like a comedy kind of pick your own adventure thing, but it's set in hell and you're dealing with all these demons.
You're
and
doing the demons?
kind of what you do. So you're going around in hell and you drink these alcoholic drinks, and depending on the drink, you get different dialogue options, and they're ridiculous. You have drinks with like toenails in it, and they have descriptions of it, and they have weird ass names. Like one of the drinks is called I think it's called literally acid, and the description is it's just literally acid. You're drinking acid. It's literally acid, and you're drinking it. But when you drink it, you get these different dialogue options. So like an example would be, I'm being a public defender for this dude in hell, and you get these two choices, and they're both pretty bad, and your job is to frame your own client as being guilty, even though he's not. And the two dialogue options you get aren't that great, but then you drink whatever drink I had at the time, and then I get a third option to set the other lawyer on fire.
Every time.
So I just walk over, push over this like torch, and he gets set on fire and runs away. And then the judge is like, all right, guilty. It's the dumbest thing. The whole game is so of that, and I want to replay it to see what else I can find.
It's like a quirky Detroit, huh?
Yeah, kind of. Not as heavy-handed.
The hell experience reminds me of The Good Place, without spoiling too much on that show. But yeah, it sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Can't drink in real life, so might as well
I do
drink
the walks.
in a game.
It's fun, and for a game about drinking, it doesn't glamorize it. If anything, they kind of demonize it.
Because you're gonna go to hell.
That's always nice too.
in a handbasket.
Not so much that, but yeah, there's stuff with Satan and it's amusing, but I did a walkthrough on that, and
Is
that's
he in
pretty
love with
fun.
Hitler?
And no, but they do mention other like Elvis is down there and all that.
Can't be
and
doing cocaine.
it's pretty funny. Yeah, he was yeah, Elvis was like a drug enforcer or whatever, or he wanted to be oh no, he was what the hell is the proper name for it?
Cokehead. Addict.
Uh,
Wash up.
Elvis Nixon badge. I know this is like a thing. Yeah, Elvis Presley got made into a DEA agent from Richard Nixon, and Elvis would go around. He'd be like, "Hey, I know there's a lot of drug dealers. If you give me a badge, give me a gun, I'll arrest some
He's
people."
like-
So you got Elvis Presley in reality
I
going
need your
around
hand on your head.
to all these people like, "Hey, I know you're, you got the good stuff in the back. Get me it." And then I'll get him like, "All right, Elvis." Just like, "You're
you ain't
under
nothing but a
arrest.
hound dog.
I'm Elvis Presley." Yeah, fucking Elvis Presley walked into the White House with a fucking gun to meet.
Fucking gangster.
Elvis is fucking nuts. Gangsta shit, Elvis. What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, find
Well,
us, follow us, listen to more. Give us comments.
Yeah, you
Give us
know what
insults.
to do.
Just
You
say
know
stuff
what
to
to
us.
do. Rate
I
us.
need attention.
Rate us on podcast stuff
Yeah,
so people
rate
can
us,
find us.
write
and
to us.
they'll promote us.
Send me like letters like
Yeah.
I was in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Share
do
us
it.
around with people that you want to annoy with our stuff. It's a good time.
Share us like a rumor at the workplace.
Yes.
Spread that shit. like
Yeah,
melted
spread it
butter.
like peanut butter on your ass cheeks.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Spread it like AIDS in the 80s.
Oh, that's a deep cut right there.
Tell everybody about it like Philadelphia starring Tom Hanks.
All right.
I'm sorry, that's probably one too much.
Yeah.
That's one too many times.
All right. Bye-bye.
The Bearded Synergy podcast is recorded in 2 separate locations. Joe finds himself in Rolling Meadows, Illinois, while Greg is out of Mauston, Wisconsin. Intro music by Joe, as well as outro music that you're listening to now, drumming by Andrew Pentecost. Concept by Greg Gavin, as well as distribution using simplecast.com. Let's grow some beers.